Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've not done it already, please click the subscribe button and follow me across all my social media platforms. Links are in the description box below. Okay, also drop a like on the video. Okay, it really helps out a lot. I think something to do with the algorithm. Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing that twice, but anyway, boom, let's get cracking. Yeah, this is the Kid Galahad versus Dickens 2 card that we've got this Saturday on DAZN. Last week's DAZN card was pretty good, to be fair, like really good. I did do a reaction or punch up preview, to be fair, on that one, because it wasn't commercially, it wasn't that big in terms of viewership, etc. But like, it was production and quality wise, wow, like, very, very, very good. On this card, headlining the card is Kid Galahad versus DAZN Dickens. This is for the IBF title. Okay, for me, like, Kid Galahad is like, I really like his style. Maybe it's just me, maybe he's the style that I kind of like. DAZN Dickens, of course, the tough opponent and very, very capable himself. For me, this is, of course, like, because Kid Galahad beat him the first time, I favour him quite heavily and I expect him to win. But DAZN Dickens currently isn't a Muppet. It's a bit more like an AJ versus Dillian Whyte scenario if they had a rematch. And if, like, with Dillian Whyte has come a long way since that previous fight. It's a bit like DAZN Dickens. DAZN Dickens' current record is 30 wins, 11 by KO and 3 losses. Okay, a lot of his losses came a bit like earlier on. Losses came back in 2017, 2016 and 2013, so it was a while ago since he's lost. So he's coming off a very long undefeated streak, which is good, which is absolutely good for himself. Okay, he's beaten Lee Wood, he's beaten Ryan Walsh, so very tough opponents there. And yeah, he's a very much a capable opponent. Kid Galahad himself, okay, he's very much coming up a series, besides the Josh Warrington fight, very good wins. Okay, the Josh Warrington fight showed to him that, you know, he could have did better. This is now, what is it, his second time fighting for the IBF title, so I expect him to be in his peak condition. Absolutely, I'm not accepting any. I'm expecting the best of these two, and I'm not like going to say this lightly, but there's a lot on the line for these guys, man. A lot on the line. Okay, so for an IBF title, but listen, another world champion in the UK. Let's get cracking. Boom. Okay, you also have on the card Akivia versus Kevin Baldon-Speedo, which is like should be an easy opponent for Akivia. Should win easily. I expect him to go through that and make it 7-0. Jody Fisher, after that, he should step up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of fighters. I can see the benefit, but I'm not a fan of them taking too many of these easy opponents. I expect them to at some point step up and challenge themselves. The cream always rises to the top. Sometimes other fighters, like, let's say some of the Mexican fighters, they just fight like 30 times, yeah, and on the 35th to like 40th time, that's when they decide to step up. And because they learn a lot of skills, a lot of experience in the past through just them consistently fighting, they learn a lot. However, some people, and I think if you face against the best, you beat them, you'll be a lot better than if you fought like 10 sort of tomato cans in a row. So I expect a good win for Akifia. Again, very similar scenario with Johnny Fisher, but Johnny Fisher is 2-0. So training, I think he's training with Dave Caldwell, or is he managed by Sam Jones? I could be one of those two. One of those two looks after him. Anyway, very big opponent. I think he was the on the what's it called, the Jericho versus Joseph Parker card. he of course volunteered to step in when nobody started throwing his toys at the pram. So he's a very like always up for fighting, etc. So I accept a good win for Johnny Fisher. Okay, Danny Whittaker, never heard of him. Hopefully gives him a good test, good run out, but nevertheless, let's get cracking. Boom, Ebony Bridges versus Beck Connolly. Beck Connolly, of course, been rather blocked, very experienced veteran, journeyman. As somebody described her as, 3 wins, 9 losses. She fought against bloody everyone, man. Ramla Ali was the last fight. She's fought against Seri Harper. She's fought against Savannah. I think she fought against Savannah. Could be wrong. I think she fought against Savannah Marsh. She fought against Natasha Jonas. She fought everyone, man. Literally everyone. So there's a lot of persons that she could fight on a record. Her name is Ebony Bridges. For me, Ebony Bridges, very, very talented fighter. Come forward fighter. Very, very much a Derek Chisora-esque of a fighter. For me, Ebony Bridges, like, where do I see her going in her career? Where's the ceiling for her? I think for her, in terms of this fight, I expect her to smoke this lady. Yeah, but I don't also assume that this lady's going to be going to get knocked out. So I think it's just going to go straight to points and just a battering by Ebony Bridges, or maybe a late stoppage personally. But Ebony Bridges long term, I think she could go all the way. I think she could become world champion. I think she could unify the division, etc. After this fight, maybe a couple of tough fights, maybe fighting for a separate world title, and then unify the division against Shannon Courtney, who she lost against in the last fight, which very much showed how tough she was. She came up with a black eye. Like, when you look, if you were to look at her, a lot of the time you wouldn't expect somebody to be as ferocious in the ring as you see from her, based on just sheer appearance. I might just sound a bit sexist now, but you will not expect it. I'm telling you this now. Like, if you saw her walking down the street, I'm pretty sure, yeah, if you saw her walking down the street, you would have thought maybe model, maybe actress, something like that. Yeah, you weren't expecting her to be a full-time boxer. So it's very intriguing to see how far she'll become in her career. In terms of course, we heard the comments from this week from Gareth A. Davis saying that what she's doing with regards to women's boxing and how she's promoting the game and how big she is becoming and how influential she is on the sport is very much a replication, or very much has a lot of similarities between her and Muhammad Ali. And I was saying, Gareth, Muhammad Ali, fam. Muhammad Ali fought Ray, Muhammad Ali. I understand where he's coming from with regards to the overcoming some sort of oppression side, but a civil rights movement role model figure, a guy who combated racism from the get-go, a guy who's saved people from being tortured in the Vietnam in hostages in war-torn countries, a guy who done a lot of charitable causes in the area, etc. A guy who became one of the best heavyweights of all time. Comparing her to Ebony Bridges, although Ebony Bridges is a very good fighter, he's very much very much overstepped the mark. I see where he's coming from, but I don't agree with it. Nevertheless, good fight for her, for Ebony Bridges, and I want to see her step up against proper, really good opponents and test herself. Okay, maybe her against Rachel Ball. That would be a good fight for me. I think that would be a good fight. And yeah, we can go from there. My favourite guy on the card. Okay, this next gentleman is the guy. He gasses me up, bro. This guy is just the day he walked, since the day I saw his first ever interview, I said, this guy is the one, bro. Yeah, bro. I saw like, yeah, I've got some physical attraction to this guy, but he has that sort of effect on you. Alan the Savage Babbage. Oh my god, bro. Listen, this guy, he's very, very entertaining. I think he'll be, I don't want to say it, bro, I think he'll be the next household name, like a Derek Chisora, where everybody warms to, where everybody can like, I think, Alan Babbage is fighting tonight, you know. Savagery, absolute savagery. Yeah, if you hear him speak, he's like, what is this nonsense? Yeah, like, bruv, he's sick, bro. Check out his interviews with Alan Savage Babbage. Very ruthless opponent, doesn't care about anything. Yeah, he has an alter ego called the Savage. On his off days called Alan, he's got an alter ego called the Savage. This guy is a menace, okay? He's about 6'3", 6'2", but he's knocking out guys who are a lot bigger than him, and he's knocking them down. And he said, Eddie, give me more of these type of guys. And what has Eddie done? Eddie's gonna give Mark Bennett a lot bigger opponent to him. Mark Bennett, of course, is very much an upgrade on his past fights, etc. With a record of 7 wins, 1 loss, and one of his wins was by KO. So he's very big, and he's got a lot of stamina. So Alan Babbage, 7 wins, 7 KOs for a small guy. So he packs some sort of power, bruv. Yeah, I can't wait for this fight. Where's the ceiling for Alan Babbage? Very similar to how Conor Benn is, where a lot of people are saying about Conor Benn, where's his ceiling? How high can he go? Okay, like with his style, just knocking people out. How far can you take that? Because you got all the way with that style potentially. So I expect great things from this fight. I guarantee this fight is not gonna finish early. I tell you that for free. And I'm predicting a second round knockout by Alan Savage Babbage. I'm sorry, but this guy, savagery. Savage. I love this guy, yeah. Boom. Yeah, can't wait to see him next. There's a few Dillian fighters on this card. We've got Fabio Wardley, we've got Alan Babbage. Okay, cool. We have Fabio Wardley versus Nick Webb for the English bantamweight heavyweight title. Okay, this guy has a lot of little men. Fabio Wardley's coming off a very how do I say it? Very Joe Joyce-esque performance. Very poor throughout the fight, but just came out with the knockout win against Eric Molina. I expect him to be better in the fight. I really do. I expect him to do really like some amazing things going forward. For me, Fabio Wardley can he become a world champion? Potentially. I don't see why not. But Nick Webb is a very tough opponent. This is for the English heavyweight title. If he wins this by KO, it will look really good. I ain't gonna lie. Nick Webb has got 70 wins, 30 by KO, 2 losses, but he's coming off a great win. He's coming off a very, very good win in his last fight, knockout win, I believe. I remember watching this fight. I can't remember whose fight it was, but I remember watching the fight. It's a knockout win. Even though he was a huge underdog, he knocked this guy out clean. And it's for the English heavyweight title. Very good fight for Fabio Wardley. Overall, a good card. A kid Galahad, Gaza Dickens. I think it's kid Galahad's time. I think I expect him to win. I like him to win in fashion. Do I think he's going to go knockout? Probably not. I think it's going to go distance. So I think kid Galahad points decision win. Scores on the doors. Fabio Wardley versus Nick Webb. Fabio Wardley knockout win. Round 6. How many rounds is there? It doesn't mention, but round 6, cool. And it's Savage Babbage, second round knockout, easy. Yeah, Ebony Bridges. Leg stoppage. Johnny Fisher versus Danny Whitaker. First round KO. Ike Fiat points. 6 wins, none by KO. No losses, no draws. Cool. Boom. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you haven't done already, please click the subscribe button, like the video as well. That helps out a lot. Thank you very much, guys. Also, for watching the last video in regards to the ESPC reaction. That helps out a lot. Let's get that to 500 views. Okay, peace, love, and prosperity, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.